Right, here I am, Suffolk Triumph, again. I know, just can't keep away from here, but they have such marvellous bikes. I mean, look at them. So, what am I on now? Well, look at this. Yeah, the baby of the bunch. Oh, there we go, ignition on. Brrr, bing. Oh, all lights off. There we go. Oh, marvellous. Oh, look at that. Naughty boy. Right, let's get going. And then I can have a natter about it. Oh, it feels dead dinky. So, what have we got? Well, like the 400 Scrambler, we've got just shy of 40 brake horsepower. Yeah, 39.5. We've got 37.5 Newton meters of torque. Bar end mirrors. Yeah, as you know, I'm a convert onto bar end mirrors. And we've got this one roundish clock. Yeah, I like. Gear indicator, so we know what gear we're in. And a rev counter, digital rev counter. I'm glad they've done it that way around. A lot of people do it the other way around, don't they, with a digital rev counter, an analog rev counter, sorry, and a digital speed. Yeah. C-type, my mate Dave could have it. Yeah, or 790 millimeters, something like that. All the switches exactly the same as the Scrambler. Not sure the bars aren't a little bit narrower. Seating position, not too bad. I'm 6'2" with 34-inch inside leg. So I don't know what's it. Oh, we're still in the. Oh no, we're in 50. So let's go, little bike. Yeah, 34-inch inside leg. I feel pretty comfortable on it. How does it feel compared to the Scrambler? Oh, I think that's a separate video altogether. It definitely feels more speed, yeah, than Scrambler. Just from the seating position. Don't know if they've changed the fueling or gearing or anything, but it seems very smooth and easy. I've got a full tank of gas. So on the information, you've got trip A, trip B, or trip 1, trip 2. You've got your fuel calculator, you know, it tells you how many miles you've got left and stuff like that. And smaller wheels are the main thing. Smaller wheels and a bench seat as opposed to a two-piece seat. Yeah, but we'll get down the A12, down the dual carriageway, and see how it goes down there. As you know, the Scrambler down the A12, dead easy at 70, very secure. Once you get in, you've got about 4,500 revs to play with before you hit the red line at sort of 70, 75-ish. And when you've got less than that, it really starts to go. I know. I don't ask me how I know, but I do know. From a handling point of view, this feels a little bit more sharp, I would say, with that smaller wheel. Yeah, that's what I'd say. But we'll see when we get down to the A14 how it goes. Very smooth. Brand new tyres, of course, and brakes brand new. Need to just be a bit aware of that. It's also been very icy today as well, so I'm not going to go crazy. Keep it nice and smooth. Yeah, so let's get it up to, so there we go, up to 70. I'll just get in front of this van. Yeah, very easy, very comfortable. Vibration, a little bit of vibes coming through the seat, not so much through the bars, but I don't want to take it too crazy. No, it's not fair, is it, on a new bike? But I'll bring you back when I get to the roundabout. Yeah, marvellous. Right, so yeah, absolutely solid as a rock. No problems at all for motorway travel. Yeah, it's a bit revy, but it's only 400. Bit lurchy, couldn't get my helmet visor up. The sound, it does sound a little bit different. Doesn't sound quite as poppy from here as the Scrambler, but we'll see what it's like when I do the walk around. When I stop, I'll have a listen. Yeah, suspension, for those smaller wheels, you'd expect it to feel a bit more solid, and it does. They've done a wonderful job of making the same bike feel very different. Taking it steady round there, normally gets quite greasy. Yeah. I don't know if the indicators are self-cancelling. But yeah, up to the national speed limit quite easy, and I can feel the revs. It's at the point where it really wants to go now, and very shortly we'll be on the washboard road, and we can let it go a bit. Yeah, let that car get away, and this'll test the suspension. Right, so here we are, washboard road. Let's see how that suspension works. Normally you can hear vibrato in my voice. Yeah, and it seems to ride it really well. Yeah, no trouble at all. I mean, this road is absolutely appalling. Only beaten by the actual road down into the boatyard, which I won't be doing today. I'll go straight through to Levington and just stop and do the walk round at the side of the road. So let's get down here. Recently, every time I come down here, I seem to get a train, but I seem to be free of the train today. So over the Humpty Bumpty, there we go, no trouble. Oh my gosh, just lovely, doesn't it? Got to be careful of the ice and mud, yeah. But another cracker. Watch out for this car. So here we're on to the Suffolk Road. You know what happened? Just get my visor up a moment. Yeah, there's the sign. Short people, tall people, bicycles, cars, horses, fridges, baths. Yeah, I remember a bath, a balloon, a kitchen sink, the lot, horse poo, gravel, potholes. But you do have to watch out for the cars, because sometimes you get young lads coming down here thinking that they're rally drivers. But what a light, nimble, easy little bike to ride. I'll do the walk round just here. Marvellous. There we go. Into neutral. Oh, I didn't turn the indicator off. Turned it off now. Side stand down. Over we go. And let's have a little look at it. Yeah, because it is. Oh, man. Look at that. It's just wonderful, isn't it? It does look like a baby speed twin. Marvellous. Right, here we are. Triumph Speed 400. Look at that. It's just like a baby Triumph. Incredible. Which, of course, it is. Yeah, let's have a closer look. Upside down forks. Single bi-breed disc at the front. And is that a 16-inch wheel? 17-inch wheel, single cylinder engine, 39.5 brake horsepower, 37.5 newton meters of torque. The bench seat makes it different to the Scrambler, because that's a two-part seat. Grab rail for back passenger. Of course there's no front passenger, is there? And this one's in this marvellous red and silver and sort of grey black. Yeah, metallic. Or is that just the rain? Chain drive, of course. Dinky little indicators. Yeah, just lovely, isn't it? I mean, what more can you say about it? Bar end mirrors, all the switch gears. Feels just lovely. Triumph there, that marvellous name. And square metal brake reservoir, yeah. And that clock, proper speedo. But let's get back on it and do the senses test. Let's just have one more look at it before we do. There you go. Just wonderful, isn't it? Right, here we are, back on board. Ignition on. Brrr, ding. Marvellous. Does its checks. Start it up. Oh, listen to that. Right, we're going to have a listen, won't we? Sounds just fine. Yeah, it's not going to set the world on fire, but I bet someone will do a can for it at some point. And you've got to remember, this is under £5,000. I know, incredible, isn't it? But let's get on into this 30 mile an hour bumpy old village. Yeah. I've got my visor up at the moment. I hope it's not too noisy. And what we got first of all, we've got taste. Oh, this has got to be some kind of this has got to be something candy related, hasn't it? Yeah, or maybe it is the fruit salad. Maybe it's Lips. Do you remember Lips? Yeah, watch out for that car. I'll get my visor down because it's making my eyes water like mad. It's that cold. Yeah, something very sweet, a little bit chewy. Lasts a little while. Yeah, I like it. And then I guess we're on to smell. What does it smell like? Well, it's a brand new bike, and it does smell absolutely divine. Let's just hope there's no ice around here. There we go. Oh, it's just lovely. I think this bike is, well, it's already a great success, but I think it's going to be an even bigger success. Yeah. And there's no excuse if you couldn't afford a Triumph before. You certainly can now. Yeah. I like it. This would be real fun down these back roads where you can really get massive speeds up. Yeah, wonderful. And that brings us on to looking at it. What does it look like? Well, I've already said they've recreated. I'll just give you a wipe because it is raining now as well. It must have warmed up a bit. And we're down to 30. It looks like a baby Speed Twin. It does. Oh, it's got Triumph written all over it. Gearbox, sweet as a nut. Clutch, light as a feather. Brakes are brand new, but working perfectly fine. Yeah, I'll give you another wipe. Someone said the other day, you don't need to keep wiping, stop wiping, they're self-cleaning. Well, that's as maybe, but my editing says otherwise, and I'd rather not take the chance. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's what it looks like. And then on to quality. It's top notch. You wouldn't know this from any other Triumph. You know, obviously it's built down to a price under £5,000, but you wouldn't know it anywhere, I don't think. Just fantastic quality, and Triumph have put their name to it, so you can't say no more than that, can you? And then sound, well, it's a liquid cooled 400cc engine, and that's what it sounds like. Anyone expecting it to sound better, be disappointed. You're probably going to be able to get a can for it. A thoroughly good motorcycle. Yeah, marvellous. Yeah, so sorry, I was distracted by that. I was thinking about that learner being followed by the guy on the big bike. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's got a nice potter to it as it come to a standstill. I don't know if you can hear that. Sounds absolutely fine. Does it sound like a 125? Oh, I don't think it sounds quite like a 125. Let's this bus get down here. Yeah, chaos. I'll wait till we get out. There we go. Yeah. it's got some pull on it. I'll give you another little wipe. So the sound, yeah. I guess we're on to how does it make me feel, and as usual at this point, I'll wait until we get through the A12, yeah. But slow speed, very easy, as you imagine. Weight on it is the weight on it is 179 kilos, something like that. Dry, maybe a bit more wet. I'll just take it steady around here. Get a lot of diesel spillage, yeah. Right, I'll catch you at the other end of the A12. Right, yeah, absolutely no problem. I'll give you a little wipe. Just flies. Performance wise, from what I've heard about the Himalayan 450, I would say the Triumphs are going to outperform it on speed. Yeah, that's what I would think, but I don't know, and I'll be quite keen to ride the 450 and just see how that feels, how it copes with motorway speeds. Yeah. There's lots of mud around here. Yeah, so how does it make me feel? I like this. I like the Scrambler, and I like this. Being 6'2", I would go for the Scrambler. I think this might handle a bit better. Yeah, I know. There, I've said it. They probably both handle exactly the same. Yeah, but for me, this feels a little bit better on the handling. I like it though. I like it a lot. I could see a number of people partaking of one of these. Definitely, you know. There's not going to be anything wrong with it. What I'll do is, now let's have a recap of what we've got. So we've got a 400cc liquid cooled single. It's got the round clock, reminiscent of the old Triumphs. It's got like an analog speedo with a digital rev counter, gear indicator, trip and fuel computer, fuel gauge, time. We've got bar end mirrors, which are fantastic for seeing out of, and no vibrations in them. We've got 17-inch wheels front and back. Just absolutely marvellous. The bars seem a bit narrower than the Scrambler. They might not be, but they feel it. That could be all in my imagination, which is quite an imagination, Mrs. Tame always says. And this is in this marvellous red and silver and sort of grey black colour. I won't be fussed about any of the colours. The blue, I quite like the blue on the Speed. And all the switches feel absolutely fine. Yeah, to touch and work, no real problems. The throttle is dead smooth on this. Now, you've got to be, you know, aware that they're brand new bikes, and sometimes they need a bit of running in and a bit of nurturing. The gearbox, absolutely spot on. Yeah. We've got this bench seat, so it's complete seat, not split. Seat height 790mm. Was it 790 or 760? I can't remember. No, I've thrown a question in my own head, but quite low. The 6-speed gearbox, single shock behind. Just lovely. But we're back now, and I've got to give it back. And yet another bike from Triumph that I'd like to take home. I mean, what more can I say? Get my visor up. We're getting here, and they're going to be upset with me because I promised them it wouldn't rain and that I'd keep it clean. But let's have a look, because side stand down without even looking. Little sound. Oh, it does sound nice. Ignition off, and let's have a little look at it. There you go. Triumph Speed 400. Oh, just wonderful. Ha.